What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Joe and this is Heart and Hustle Printing. If you guys are here for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you're notified whenever we put out new videos. We're at 14,200 plus subscribers now. Remember, we're getting close, 15,000 subscribers. We're going to be giving away one of them 5-in-1 heat presses. Not only am I going to be giving away one, but Juan from Liberty Graphics is also going to be giving away one of those 5-in-1 heat presses whenever I hit 15,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Alright, so as you know, or if you don't know, my channel is dedicated to those who are looking to start out or those of you that are just starting out, right? So in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something that I didn't even know. I started printing this order right here, and then whenever I was doing the shirts, I started getting a bunch of fibers coming up, and I had never dealt with that before because I've never done an underbase. As I started printing the shirts, it got better and better, but whenever I got to the hoodies, it got really bad. And I thought that if I just kept putting ink over it, that it'd eventually go away, and it didn't. All it did was make the next colors that I was putting down a lot harder, and the prints did not come out right. And for this order, I'm using all Bella Canvas, so I was using the Bella Canvas hoodies and the Bella Canvas shirts. All right, so if you look right here, you're gonna see a pile of hoodies and shirts that I messed up. I mean, it is what it is. It's all a learning curve, and I'll never make this mistake again. But I'm glad I did, and now I'm going to share this with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it in here, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about when the fibers come through the fabric. All right, so here's one right here. As you can see, this thing has a bunch of fibers coming through it, and I didn't know what the heck was going on. I thought that if I just kept putting ink over it, it'd finally go away, and it did. You know what I mean? I think I had to put like 4 coats of ink over this, but... And then here's one right here. This one actually did come out good. The only thing that happened with this one was the name smeared a little bit, so I didn't use it. All right, so same thing with the hoodies. Whenever I was printing the hoodies, as you can see, these were a waste. Like I said, Bella Canvas hoodies, you guys know these are expensive. I mean, then to waste them and then throw them away is a pain in the butt. So here's another one right here, and this right here was if you can hear that, that's like a lot of the fibers that were coming through. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how I fixed this problem. And if any of you guys are just starting off and you don't know about this, maybe you guys could use this technique and it'll help you out also. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how I fixed this right here and kept the fibers down from coming up, and I was able to go ahead and print this gray and then this black on here really good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put a hoodie on this palette. We're gonna get everything warmed up, and then we're gonna print one of them so I can show you what I'm talking about. All right, so before I do that, here's a really good one. This one had, you can see the fibers, how they look on this right here. This is how bad it was coming out, and I didn't know what the heck to do. So like I said, it is what it is. I think I messed up 3 hoodies. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this one actually came out good right here. If you guys can see, here's one of them that did come out really good. Everything on here is really flat, but if you look down here on the bottom, I reloaded some ink and then it went through the screen and got it. But it is what it is. It's a learning experience, right? So let's go ahead, put one on here and get this started. All right, so whenever I print this, it is going to be the front of the hoodie. You guys don't have to leave comments down below letting me know that I printed it on the front, right? I know it is. This is just for demonstration purposes, right? So here's the string right here. Here's the pocket right here. All I did was just take the thread off and move it out of the way. All right, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to hit it with the first coat of ink. After I do that, I'm going to hit it with the flash dryer, and then I'm going to just use a Teflon sheet. I'm going to put over it. You could probably use a parchment paper also if you have that, if you don't have one of these. And then I'm just going to use a standard iron from your house. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a couple passes over the underbase. And then what it's going to do is it's going to make those fibers settle into the ink. Once I do that, I'm going to remove this, and then I'm going to hit it with another coat of ink. And then after I hit it with that second coat of ink, we're going to do the same process again. We're going to flash it, then we're going to use a Teflon paper, and then we're going to use the iron to make it nice and smooth so that we can lay down our next 2 inks right on top of that, and everything will look good. So let's go ahead and get into that. All right, so I got my iron on. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flash this hoodie right here because they don't come pre-shrunk. So, all right, so now that I'm done with the flash, I'm just going to move it out of the way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the lint rollers, get any of this lint off of here, and then sometimes some of the lint will already come off whenever you do this, or some of the fibers will come off. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to lay down our first coat of ink. Alright, so I'm going to bring you in here. I'm going to show you this right here real close so you can see all these fibers. Alright, so if you look at this, you'll be able to see there's a lot of these fibers that are coming through the actual print right now. And this was really frustrating me because like I said, I've never laid down a white underbase, so I didn't know what was going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with the flash dryer first. Alright, so now that I've hit it with my flash dryer, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put this over it just like that. Alright, so now I'm going to grab the iron, and what I'm going to do is basically what it's doing is it's heating up the ink and it's laying those fibers down into that ink, so they'll be nice and flat whenever we remove this. Alright, so if we look at it now, you can still see some of the black coming through, but whenever we hit it with this second coat, it should eliminate all of that, and what's going to happen is it'll be a lot smoother. So let's go ahead and lay this second coat. Alright, so if you can see that, you cannot see any of those fibers that are coming up. Everything on this print looks really good, and everything's really bright white now. So we're going to hit it again with the flash dryer. And then we move it out of the way. We're going to do it one more time. We're going to go ahead, lay our Teflon sheet on there, and then we're going to flatten it one more time, just like that. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to print the next two colors over it so that we can see how everything else will just sit on this perfectly. Alright, so the next one we're going to lay down is going to be this gray smoke right here. Alright, so since I already have the underbase flattened out, I don't have to do the same thing to the gray or the black. All I have to do is print it and flash it and then move it out of the way. So, for me, I don't have one of those conveyor dryers to put this through, so I still got to put this under the heat press to make sure that I fully cure this ink, right? Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move this out of the way. We are going to bring our black ink down, and then we're going to go ahead with the black. This black is really dark, so we should only have to hit it one time. Alright, so there's our final image right there. It's just a simple image, nothing complicated about it. The only thing that was giving me trouble was that dang fibers that was coming through that. So let's flash this real quick, and then we'll get it out of the way. So that's it. I just wanted to show you another way that you can flatten out your underbase if you didn't have one of those flattening screens or you didn't have anything like that to do that. Alright, so here it is right here. As you guys can see, this looks really good. As you can see, this is like nice and flat now. It doesn't have all those fibers that are sticking up the way this one did right here. You guys saw when I showed you this one how bad it was. I didn't know what was going on. Like I said, never done an underbase before. So with me, like I said, I don't have a conveyor dryer, right? So what I have to do, even though this top layer is dry and it's like nothing is coming off, the ink still is not fully cured. All right, so this thing's complete, and what I have to do is I have to put it under a heat press. I usually do it at 330 degrees for like 30 seconds, and then what that does is it will fully cure that ink. So does I put parchment paper over it, so then it gives it a really nice flat finish. All right, so this is just another way to flatten out your screens if you don't have all the equipment or you don't have enough arms to add that flattening screen on there. This is an alternative way. Again, like I said, my channel is dedicated to those of you that are looking to start out or those of you that are just starting out. Maybe one of you had this problem before and you didn't know what the problem was. Hopefully this video will help you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that bell so you're notified whenever we put out new videos. Also, don't forget, 15,000 subscribers, I'm giving away a 5-in-1 heat press, and Juan from Liberty Graphics is giving away a 5-in-1 heat press. So like always, thank you guys for watching another one of my videos. Stay safe, stay healthy, and until next time, keep pressing.